This guide was prepared by the expert engineering team at Engineering Laptops, based on real-world experience with SOLIDWORKS. Everything you'll read here reflects personal insights and practical opinions, so it may not apply to every user. Keep in mind, the best computer is always the one you choose based on your own needs and budget. This content is presented within the scope of SOLIDWORKS system requirements to help you make a more informed decision.
All right, let's talk about getting the right computer for SOLIDWORKS. The goal here is simple, a straightforward, no-fluff guide to help you pick a machine that just works, so you can build or buy with total confidence. Okay, let's just dive right in. And we're gonna start with a feeling that I bet is pretty familiar to a lot of you. It's that moment of pure frustration when your ideas are flying, but your software just can't keep up. You know, it's the kind of thing that can completely derail your whole day. I mean, seriously, who hasn't been there? You're right in the zone, you're deep into some complex assembly, and then, poof, the machine just gives up on you. It is such a universal pain for designers and engineers, and it's exactly the problem we're here to solve today. So this really is the big question, isn't it? Not just, what can run the software, but what's gonna let you work efficiently without that constant urge to throw your computer out the window. Let's get you that answer. So, before we break down every little piece, I just want to give you the quick, direct answer. If you're in a hurry and you just need to know what to get, this next slide, well, it's basically your golden ticket to a smooth, SOLIDWORKS experience. And here it is. We're calling this the Safe Zone setup. This is your headache-free configuration. We're talking 32 gigs of RAM, a modern Intel or AMD CPU, a fast SSD, and we'll talk more about that, a certified workstation graphics card, all running on Windows 11 Pro. I'm telling you, if your machine hits these marks, you are set for a stable, reliable ride. Now, let's dig into why these are the right choices. Okay, so now for the why. We're gonna break down the 5 most critical parts of your system, so you really understand exactly where your money should be going for the biggest impact. Think of this as our little roadmap for the next few minutes. We're gonna tackle each of these one by one. And we'll start with what is, arguably the biggest game changer of them all. First up, RAM. Look, 16 gigs is technically the minimum, but you are absolutely gonna feel that ceiling the second you open a big assembly or even just have a few other programs running. 32 gigs, that's the real sweet spot. That's where the software just stops fighting you and everything feels fluid. Honestly, if your budget has any wiggle room, make this your #1 priority for an upgrade. You will not regret it. All right, next, the CPU. Now, here's probably the most common mistake people make. They chase more cores. But for most of what you do day to day in SOLIDWORKS, the actual modeling, clock speed is king. A higher clock speed means faster, more responsive modeling. More cores? They only really kick in and help when you're doing heavy-duty rendering or running a big simulation. For everything else, you want speed. And now, the GPU. This is where a lot of people trip up and waste money. It is so tempting to just grab a powerful gaming card, right? But they are not built for this kind of precision work. You can get all sorts of weird visual glitches and just frustrating instability. For professional, reliable work, you need a certified workstation GPU. Its real power isn't just in the hardware. It's in the stable drivers that guarantee what you see on screen is accurate and, most importantly, won't crash on you. It's not a luxury, it's a necessity. This one? Oh, this one's simple. It's direct, it's non-negotiable. If you are still using an old-school mechanical hard drive, an SSD is the single biggest, most noticeable upgrade you can make. It affects everything: opening files, loading assemblies, the responsiveness of your entire system. It is an absolute must, period. And finally, the operating system. Keep it simple. Stick with the professional 64-bit versions of Windows 10 or 11. Definitely avoid the home editions, and just try to keep your system clean and updated. This basic bit of housekeeping will save you from chasing down all those strange, unpredictable errors down the line. Okay, so we've looked at all the individual parts. Now let's put it all together. Let's see how these components combine into 3 really practical setups for different kinds of users. Let's find the right tier for you. So first up, we've got the beginner or student setup. This is a fantastic starting point. It's really cost-effective, but it's still perfectly capable of handling smaller projects and helping you learn the software without any major hangups. Next, we've got the professional daily driver. This is that sweet spot we were talking about earlier. With 32 gigs of RAM, a CPU with a high clock speed, an SSD, and that super important certified GPU, you get the perfect balance of power and stability for what most engineers do day in and day out. And for those of you who are really pushing the limits, this is the heavy workload build. Here, we are talking 64 gigs of RAM, maybe even more, a top-of-the-line CPU, and a crazy fast NVMe SSD. This is the machine you need for those massive assemblies, complex simulations, and those mission-critical projects that just can't afford to slow down. So, now you know what to build. Let's really quickly cover what not to do. Just knowing about these common mistakes can save you a whole lot of money, and maybe even more frustration. Take a good look at this list. Every single one of these is a costly mistake. Buying that gaming laptop thinking it's good enough, skimping on RAM, ignoring that GPU certification, or yes, still using a slow hard drive, these aren't just little performance issues. Each one is a bottleneck that costs you valuable time every single day. Wow, okay, we have covered a lot of ground, from RAM to GPUs to storage. But if you walk away from all this remembering only one thing, please let it be this next point. It really all comes down to this. Balance matters more than raw power. A computer with some monster CPU, but not enough RAM or a slow hard drive is still going to feel sluggish. Real performance, the kind you can actually feel, comes when all the right components, that fast CPU, plenty of RAM, a certified GPU, and a quick SSD, are all working together in harmony. And that just about does it. So I'll leave you with a question to chew on. Based on everything we've talked about, are you thinking about building a brand new machine from scratch? Or are there some smart, targeted upgrades you can make to your current computer to really get the performance you need? Thanks for listening.